Hello everyone, it's Philip from Conservative News Canada. This video is on long-term forward thinking with this election. Okay, this election 2011. A lot of the stuff I've been reading on Facebook and the news media, Globe Mail, Toronto Star, Maclean's, places like that, The Sun. It's a bunch of hogwash. It's a bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. I was going to get a coffee, peek out, get some fresh air today. Been doing a lot of work in here at home on research stuff and for a few other projects I'm working on. And I'm talking to a friend of mine, a friend of my sister's at least. But we got talking. I got talking about what was pissing me off this morning, quite a bit. One of the things I came up with when I was talking to her is, forward thinking, like Liberals, NDP, Bloc, Green, generally more left-wing parties, only think about 5 to 10 years ahead. They don't think the 20, 30, 40 years ahead. So do something now that really will see the benefits long term. Okay? That's what needs to happen. It's not happening that way. Healthcare, like I was saying in other videos, there's a lot of videos that talk about it, they want to talk about issues. Healthcare, like you say, take the issue as healthcare as a whole, if you look at each department as a stovepipe, healthcare is its own one, it's everything there, health goes there. But what about immigration and all this stuff? They all kind of affect each other in this. People look at it as that, immigration has nothing to do with healthcare. Well, you'll be surprised. How I see it, healthcare and immigration is kind of one of the issues why healthcare is so screwed up right now, is overloading from immigrants. I'm not against immigrants. They're great. A lot of them are great. Very nice people. For the most part, they are, anyways. But if you look at long-term planning, one issue I've seen a lot of, what I'm reading a lot of Liberal, NDP, Green posts from supporters of those parties, is I believe the Conservatives are the best choice, but that's my opinion. That's why it's Conservative News Canada. I want to talk more conservative stuff, but I'm not going to bash them. The Greens, the other parties have great ideas, and I support some of those ideas. Like Greens, and she wants all guaranteed income. He does it a little differently. They suggest it's a little different how I would do it, but you see, that's where you kind of there's a give and play. You have to work together on these issues. Like I said, by getting the income idea, basically, say if you make, let's say, under $25,000 a year before taxes, actually after taxes, say you make your net income is about under 25 grand. This also goes into with cutting income tax. Only way it'll work really is in cut income tax completely. Across the board for everybody. People are going to say that's stupid, all this, but you know what? Think about it for a minute. You do that, then you bump your GST up maybe 7-8%, maybe a little bit higher. You got to play with it, see what goes, got to balance it out. You do that, charge tariffs on imported goods, forcing the manufacturers and the retailers not to sell. They have to sell it at a certain price. So when people are spending, and you bring that, everything comes into play, you balance itself out. I'm not an economist by any means, but say it's the simple, keep it simple, stupid. Those KISS theories, the solutions are simple, usually work best. Why I say cutting the taxes, technically they're illegal. The British North America Act, if I remember correctly from what I read, it was saying that it was against the Charter, or against the Constitution, the Canadian Constitution, we're going to call it British North American Act, to charge tax on income of its citizens. That's what, somewhere around those words, if I remember correctly. So that's my issue with nickel tax. To me, they're illegal. I pay mine, but besides the point. Yeah, what else? I mean, like, this, that's one of the issues. Like, gun control, I'm not going to really get too much into it. A lot of it is bullshit. If you read the Canadian Firearms Act, it's a joke. It makes no sense, only if you're a lawyer. Okay, if you're a lawyer, you understand it, but that's regular, you have no, or law enforcement, you understand the law, you can understand it. I understand a little bit of law, but that was just too much bullshit for me to understand. A lot of bunch of bulls, a lot of gobbledygook, if you ask me. Defense-wise, like, how big a budget do you really need for defense? Do we need a bigger budget? In my opinion, yes. We're in a period of time of uncertainties. I mean, we have Libya, the Middle East is going nutty. The world's going nutty. It's spreading. The only stable country in the world right now, well, is really Canada, and I think Russia. Probably the only two stable countries, to the most part. For the most part, they're stable. Relatively stable anyways. India and China, they're emerging powers, economic powers, but they have, the reason why they're that is their wages in those countries are so bloody low that they can afford, and they have so many people that they're able to produce a lot more. The one thing is, long term, Canada needs to return to its producing route, to become again a producing nation, not just a consuming nation. We need to be kind of both. We kind of need to do both. We need, our aviation industry years and years ago was one of the world leaders in aviation. We're one of the world leaders in aviation years back in the 40s and 50s. One of the world leaders in aviation. Made in Canada. It's an aircraft made in Canada. You have the Dash 8s, Dash 7s, the de Havilland line, pretty much all the Dash lines, Twin Otters, Beavers, etc., etc. Dash 7s. What else? Murphy Moose. Parts, the Global Express is made in, the RJs are made in Canada. The Bombardier de Havilland, Bombardier CL-65. Those regional jets are made in Canada, for aviation-wise. Like automotive, Honda, Toyota, Ford, GM, Chrysler. Well, Ford, GM, Chrysler are made North American-owned companies. So yeah, support those. I'm Canadian. I mean, I'm Canadian. I believe that we need to become a producing nation, make our own parts, make it mandatory for these manufacturers to have the cars at least 95% made by North American, Canadian, or U.S. made components. Okay, some industries we don't have in Canada, like there's some things we don't build here. Okay, fine, U.S. builds them. Okay, boom. We have something they don't have. Oh, boom, kind of back and forth trade. So, we need this, boom, boom, boom. Okay, works. What else? Talk about industry. Our electronics. We don't really have an electronics industry in Canada anymore. Where did it go? China. If I had my some of my tools handy, I used to have, like I have, that I would not get rid of. I mean, they're too useful to me. One's made in Taiwan. I paid $250 for this tool. Almost 10 years ago. And guess what? I use that tool all the time, at home, at work, wherever it is. I have my little tool pouch, tool bag I carry. You know what? It's there. It's not handy right now, but there. What else? Job creation. If you become a producing nation, that creates manufacturing jobs. Also create hospitality jobs, tourism, all this. Become producing. People will be spending more money. That'll improve the economy faster. You gotta look at every little bit of the puzzle. It's what's not going on now with the liberals. They all want, Oh, they not give us information we need. We're holding them in contempt to force an election so we get power. That's the wrong way to go about it. I mean, people don't see that. They think, oh yeah, the conservatives are lying, they're cheating, based on what? What Mr. Ignatieff or Mr. Layton, Mr. Ignatieff says? Sorry, Mr. Ignatieff, to me, you're an idiot. Okay? Like, overall, when you do that, I mean, I didn't like you from the start, like I said in my video on the leaders, on the party leaders video. Like I said in that video, there's some things I like about him, yes, but generally I did not like him from the start. Okay, he's a parachute king. To me, if he becomes the PM in this election, he'll be the parachuted PM. I'll call him the parachuted PM. Prime Minister that's parachuted into the office for the Liberal Party. To me, that's wrong. But yeah, okay, he was democratically elected, blah, blah, blah. So is Stephen Harper. But a lot of people think, like, oh, in and out. You know what? Liberals, everyone did it, so what's the problem? Because they went a couple dollars over the limit. Whoop-de-doo. Liberals do it. They're being hypocritical about this issue. And I'm not being partisan, I'm saying the parties, they're all doing it. So, yeah. But, I'm going to get back to this. Some of the stuff, like defense stuff we need. Some of the issues I come up with, some things I'm talking about. We're coming to uncertain times, like I said. Liberal NDP supporters will say the Libs brought in the safety nets that we see in our financial system. Yes, okay, they did. But who brought those in? Was it Paul Martin? Paul Martin brought those in. Okay, fine. But look at Stephen Harper. He's trying to do the right things, but his hands are literally tied, so he cannot complete what he's trying to do. I mean, if I was the opposition, then okay, he's trying to. Okay, I just want information. I just want the basic parts of it. I don't want the full of all the information. I want to see the basic points. What he's trying to do. That's all the Liberals need. The opposite needed was the basic points. Yet they wanted the whole thing, every piece of information, and over that they called contempt, brought Prime Minister's office and service to contempt, which is wrong, in my opinion. I'm sorry to say, I'm annoyed with that, and that's what gets me pissed off. Overall, is why I'm not for this election. I think we need the election, but this is the point to say, well, let's give the service a majority. I'm not being partial. I'm not being, how can I say it, biased towards conservatives. I'm trying to be even keel to who's at fault for the problem. Sure, Steve Harper's at fault, but also Michael Ignatieff, Jack Layton, Gilles Duceppe. They're all technically at fault for these problems. You want things done. You want to do a coalition government. Sure, do it. But I'll tell you one thing. It ain't gonna last long. I don't think it'll last long here. Because a lot of the infighting, a lot of partisanship bullshit's going on, which is harming the country as a whole. So on this note, I'm going to base my last point on that. On the Mad Hunt news page on Facebook, Steve Fishman, Nadine Lumley, and one other person, I think Barbara Ryan Pierce, I think is her name. And Amy McPherson, sorry. So now, those people, especially Steve Fishman, liberal candidate for Simple Gray. Do I like him? No, I think he's full. He's an arrogant piece of shit. Personally, that's me, my personal opinion of the guy. I've dealt with him enough, talked to him enough for Facebook to know he's full of stuff. He's better. Liberals are better than everybody. Green Party better than everybody. Amy McPherson, she's good. I mean, I kind of say, yeah, she's trying to do something good, but... And, Barbara... Pull your hair out with her sometimes. But Nadine Lumley... Spam. Spam law. She's the spammer. Major spammer. So on that note, thank you for watching. Have yourselves a great day. Bye.